So Nocturne HD got revealed the other day, and I about creamed my pants. However, in the midst of my nut, they revealed a Merciful Mode DLC. Now this piqued my interest because for those not in the know, Nocturne's approach to hard mode was pretty rough. Hard mode tripled all shop prices, made it so you can't run from random fights, and doubled the damage. Kinda, I'll explain in a bit. So I was wondering, what exactly are the differences in this Merciful Mode? And then I saw this video, a full run of the Matador boss fight on Merciful Mode. Now, I know what you're thinking. Robin, but you don't speak moon runes! And you're correct, but I speak numbers. Those of you well versed in Robin lore may know that I played the game solo, blind, and with one press turn going for the true demon ending. This makes me better than most people because I didn't have the new game plus bonus press turn and I wanted to kill myself afterwards because of it. So when I saw this, I looked into the code, and the code spoke to me. So, I wrote a big ol' script so I could be here today to give you a behind-the-scenes look into Nocturne's code and tell you the differences in Nocturne HD's Merciful Mode. But then I lost that script, so here's a script I wrote in 45 minutes instead. So, first thing he does is show you his Demi-fiend. He shows off his skills and he shows us the Hifumi Magatama. However, despite it giving him complete immunity to Matador's force damage, he elects to go with his currently equipped Iomate Magatama instead, because this man thinks his cock is too big to wear proper protection. But the important shit we actually care about is the following. If he was smart and wore Hifumi, we can see that his strength would be 8. Iomate, however, gives him a +2, so he has 10 strength. He's also level 24, is all you need to know. So he bumbles on down to Matador and we get to hear his sexy Japanese skeleton voice. Now, we want to know two things. What's his damage like, and what's our damage like? Question 1. He damage. So Marty the Matador stabs Best Girl High Pixie for 47 damage. Time to learn about Nocturne formulas, boys. Allow me to elucidate ya. Physical damage is easy enough. All you need is the unit's level, strength score, and their move's secret power level. By using our DBZ scouters on him, we can see that the basic attack has a power of 32. All basic attacks do. So we'll use this here formula. Level plus strength times power divided by 15. After that, this result gets run through a random number generator to decide whether it does 90% damage, 110% damage, or somewhere in the middle. Matador's strength is also 12 and his level is 30. Pause the video if you want to figure this out. Time's up. If you succeeded at the 4th grade, you probably got it. 30 plus 12 is 42, times 32 is 1334, divided by 15 is 89.6. But wait, I hear you say, he pierced her titty for 47 damage, what gives? Well, what if I told you that hard mode wasn't actually hard? Hard mode does not, in fact, double the damage. In fact, normal mode actually cuts it in half. So all of you plebeians who play on normal mode can now know that the game was literally throwing half punches at you. How's it feel, nerd? Anyway, so we saw that damage in half to get 44.8, or rounded up to 45. That puts our damage between 40 and 49, making 47 make sense. I also checked all this shit against his Mazan attack, but explaining magic damage in this game makes me want to Persona 3 myself and would require an entire video of its own, so just trust me on this one. Now, if we go steal someone else's video, we can see that Matador also does about that much damage on normal mode. So we can conclude that Merciful mode does not change the damage that the player takes in any way compared to normal. Question 2. You damage. So now we have to do that same calculation shit on Demi-fiend. So the first thing Demi-fiend does in this video is focus because Fizz build is king, and then a couple turns later, he uses Berserk. Berserk has a power level of 16, which makes it about as strong as Bulma. However, in my DBZ AU, Bulma actually kills Krillin and absorbs his power because this shit does 116 damage, which is over a tenth of Matador's fucking health. So, let's run that through our handy-dandy notebook. Plugging everything in, we get 24 plus 10 times 16 divided by 15. But we also gotta remember that Demi-fiend focused his chakra beforehand, which gives him a 2.5 times power boost. So we tack that shit onto the end of the formula, get 34 times 16 divided by 15, 544 divided by 15, 36.266 repeating. Times that by 2.5 and we get 90.666. If we run that across our rangefinder, we get 82 points. If we run that across our rangefinder, we get 82 damage minimum and 100 maximum. Now again, you may be looking at your paper like I did nothing wrong, I did everything correct. But shut up, you dumb fucking pig, because this is where we draw conclusions! If we divide the number that we just saw by the number we got in our formula, we can obtain an estimate of the multiplier at play, and then by cross-referencing that with other calculations, make a guess as to how much Merciful actually boosts your damage. So, bitch mode math time, 116 divided by 90.66666 gets 127.9-ish. So remember that number for later. Now let's do this again. Later on, Demi-fiend counters an attack for 91, so let's run the numbers again. Counter has a power of 32, how convenient. 20 plus 10 times 32 divided by 15, 34 times 32 is 1088, divided by 15 is 72.533-ish. 91 divided by that is 1.2545 or so. Next! He finishes the fight with Rampage, hitting for 43 and 44 before killing him. And oh hey, we ran those numbers earlier, so we'll just use that 36.2666 from earlier. 44 divided by that is 1.21, so 43 divided by that is 1.18 and change. So, averaging time, 1.18 plus 1.21 plus 1.25 plus 1.28 equals 4.92. Divide that by 4, and we get 123% multiplier. However, that number's stupid, so it's probably more like 125%. So, there you go. The combat changes the Merciful mode are that you take the same amount of damage as on normal, but you deal 25% more damage to enemies. I don't know if they made changes to the shop prices or to other things on Merciful, but that's about all I could tell from this battle itself. Oh, and as an added bonus, no, EXP and Maka gain aren't changed, they're exactly the same. So yeah, thank you all for coming to my nerd rant about math. If you want to hear me bang my head against the wall about how fucktarded magic damage is in this game, let me know in the comments below. Stay safe, love you, bye!